You are leading a meeting with your Japanese team. You present a plan, look around the room, and ask, "Any concerns?" Nobody says a word. You wait for 3 seconds, still nothing. So you approve the plan. 10 minutes later, a colleague sends you a private message. There may be a serious problem with the timeline. Then another person approaches you and says, "I was thinking the same thing." If 2 people saw the problem, why did nobody mention it in the meeting? This is where many international managers make a dangerous assumption. They treat silence as agreement. But silence is not a reliable measurement of agreement, confidence, or psychological safety. And the explanation is more complicated than Americans speak up and Japanese people don't. Psychological safety has the same basic meaning across cultures. It is the shared belief that a team is safe for interpersonal risk-taking. In practical terms, can I ask a question, admit a mistake, disagree, or raise a concern without being embarrassed, rejected, or punished? Amy Edmondson's foundational research found that psychological safety was associated with team learning behaviors, such as asking for help, discussing errors, seeking feedback, and testing assumptions. This problem is not uniquely Japanese. American employees also stay silent when a manager reacts defensively, ignores concerns, or punishes bad news. A 2024 survey from the American Psychological Association found that American workers with higher psychological safety reported much better workplace experiences. They were more likely to feel that they belonged and far less likely to describe their workplace as toxic. So, the United States does not automatically produce safe, outspoken teams. Leadership and team climate still matter. However, culture can change the social cost and the preferred route of speaking up. A study that developed a Japanese psychological safety scale noted that Japanese workplaces may place additional weight on hierarchy, relationships, social distance, and the possible effect of speaking on a person's status or image. The researchers also warned that feeling permitted to express an opinion and actually expressing it may be 2 different experiences. That distinction matters. A person may trust the team and still avoid introducing an unexpected disagreement in a formal group setting. They may prefer to prepare the manager, confirm facts, or discuss the concern privately first. This connects with a Japanese consensus-building practice called nemawashi. Nemawashi is the informal work that happens before a formal decision. People explain a proposal, collect reactions, identify resistance, and build alignment before the official meeting. That process can be useful. It reduces surprises and gives people time to think. But it also has a risk. Research on nemawashi has warned that building consensus in advance can reduce the diversity of ideas if disagreement is filtered out before the formal discussion. So, private preparation is not automatically better than open debate. It is simply another communication channel with different strengths and weaknesses. Now consider an important Japan-United States comparison. Researchers surveyed medical residents in teaching hospitals in both countries about challenging senior doctors. They found differences in some beliefs about hierarchy and workplace relationships, but they did not find a significant cultural difference in the level of patient risk required before residents would challenge a senior doctor. Trainees in both countries believed that questioning authority could protect safety. Their willingness to challenge again depended heavily on how the senior person responded. If residents believed the senior doctor had heard the concern but resented it, most respondents in both countries became unlikely to challenge again. That result gives us a much better model. Nationality does not determine whether someone has a voice. The situation, the relationship, the manager's reaction, and the available communication channel all affect whether that voice is used. Return to the original meeting. When the manager asked, "Any concerns?" the question looked open, but it created several hidden demands. Respond immediately, challenge the plan publicly, speak before knowing what others think, possibly embarrass the person who created the plan, and accept the risk of being remembered as the only negative person in the room. Some American employees will also hesitate under those conditions. In a team where public debate is already normal, however, the same question may feel easier to answer. The solution is not to stereotype your Japanese colleagues. It is to design more than one safe route for honest information. Before the meeting, send the agenda and decision points early. Do not write only, "Please review." Ask specific questions. What could make this timeline fail? Which assumption is least reliable? What information are we missing? Invite written or private input before the group discussion, especially from people closest to the work. Then bring the concern into the meeting without exposing the person who raised it. You can say, "A risk was identified in the timeline. Let's examine it before we decide." During the meeting, do not only ask, "Any concerns?" Use a structured round for every person has a turn. Give people a minute to write before speaking. Ask the most senior person to speak last. And when someone challenges the plan, control your first reaction. Do not defend the plan immediately. Say, "Thank you. Walk me through the risk." That teaches the entire room what will happen when someone speaks up. After the meeting, keep a private channel open, but do not let every disagreement remain private. Important information must eventually reach the team and influence the decision. This is the balance. Use preparation to lower the social cost of speaking. Use the meeting to make the information visible. And use the manager's response to prove that candor is safe. Silence may mean agreement. It may also mean uncertainty, respect, caution, lack of preparation, fear of consequences, or simply a preference for another communication channel. You cannot diagnose psychological safety by counting how many people spoke in one meeting, but you can design a process that makes honest information easier to share. The better question is not, "Why won't Japanese employees speak up?" It is, "What have I done to make speaking useful, safe, and possible before, during, and after the meeting?" That question works in Japan, and it works in the United States too.